Hey guys, welcome back to Spiritual Guidance from Nana. Hey, how you doing today? If you hear Esme, she's in the background playing with a squeaky toy. So, yeah. She's decided when I decide to video that it's time to play with her toys. Hey, I've got some downloads from Spirit for you guys. And in this message, I know there's going to be some prophetic messages to some of you guys, all right? What I was getting from Spirit is in order to create great art, you have to risk being breakable. In order to create good art, you have to risk becoming breakable. All right. Anybody who has been famous, I don't care if it's an actor, a painter, a designer, a producer, a director, an actor, anybody in any field, if they become successful, a chef, an entrepreneur of any kind, has gone through a lot of testing, a lot of trials, a lot of ups and downs, a lot of testing, like testing your resilience, testing you in a lot of ways, to try to teach you something or to build your character or, and that kind of thing. Out of your pain will become your purpose. Out of your pain. Whatever pain you have gone through, whatever traumatic experience you have gone through in your life, the main thing, all right, is what you are going to be a healer in, is what you are going to be somebody who mentors somebody in, okay? Some of you guys are spiritual leaders. Some of you guys are educational leaders. Some of you guys are political leaders. Some of you guys, I'm just getting from Spirit right now, are going to enter into the political field. I just got that from Spirit. Did not have that in the beginning when I started this, okay? So out of your pain is going to become your purpose. Whatever you feel passionate about on the inside. And guys, as you move along in life, that can change. It can change direction. All right? Don't be afraid of that. Don't be afraid of the direction change. Okay? That's why I'm here. Is to, Esme's playing with her toys if you're hearing crunching in the background. Sorry, guys. Trust your path, okay? If you've been seeing 333 a lot, it's divine support and alignment, okay? Trust your path. Balance your thoughts with actions. Speak your truth. Step into your power of abundance. I normally see 1s, 4s, and 5s is what I see. The majority of my life, most of my, life from mid-30s or lower 30s on up, I started seeing these repetitive numbers. And so I started looking them up because they were so often that it just became like, what? That can't be right, and you have to look it up just to see. And it would be a message from the Spirit, from the Holy Spirit. If you guys are seeing repeating numbers, just remember that, okay? One of these cards that I pulled out in the pre-shuffle was a card that was given to me for the person that sent this deck, Sacred Souls. Okay, Midnight Oracles is what it's called. But this was an extra card, and it was so cool. It says, life is a balance of holding on and letting go. Stay steady. Go with the flow. Do the right thing. Because whatever you do will cause a ripple effect. Whatever you decide, whatever you lean on, whatever you trust in, whatever you are planting seeds will have a ripple effect. All right? Okay, so this came out while I was preparing the table. You like the little nomies. See the nomies? Gotta throw some kid-like stuff in there, So that card, when I was cleaning out and I was shuffling and I was praying over, my decks and stuff in case I use some of them, which we're going to, guys. that card was there because it was a gift, and it just reminded me of that. Out of your pain is going to become your purpose. That's why I like to get on here. Why? Because I like to encourage and inspire people. Because most of my life, I have needed inspiration or encouragement to push forward, to move on, to go to the next step. And my spirit team have been the ones that have been encouraging me all along the way. And some of you guys are like that. But you've also had other people and events that have come in to show you that you're on the right track and you're doing something that's worth something. Out of the pre-shuffle, out of Nana's, which one is that? Nana's Notes. Oh, Nana's Solutions. This is Nana's Solutions, okay? This is the one I created. There's over 200 pieces of paper here. And I pre-shuffled, and these all blue guys came out. Not all at the same time, neither. So if only, hidden blessings, focusing on the negative. And what's next? Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Some of you guys are in this new year. You're trying to be positive. You're trying to look forward to this new year. But you keep going back. And I think it's just some old releasing that you need to do. If only that relationship had worked out. If only I had been shorter or taller, I had curly hair or short hair, or if only I had chosen this other degree instead of this. If only. And I think why the Spirit of God was bringing me on here is that a lot of you are burnt out right now. A lot of you are tired right now. There's hidden blessings that are around you, that are coming in for you. And right now you're having a hard time. You're focusing on the negative because you're having a hard time seeing that. You're not seeing these hidden blessings right now, but they are there. And I promise you, some of you guys just need to get some extra rest. You need to feed your bodies as much as you can. You need to drink things that are good for you as much as you can. Get as much rest, and that kind of thing. Try to get out and get some fresh air if you can. But to clear this, if only. You can go down a deep rabbit hole with that one. You can go down a deep rabbit hole with the if onlys, ifs and buts and candy and nuts. I'm just telling you. Somebody told me that once. Yeah, I thought it was pretty funny. If ifs and nuts were candy and... What? If ifs and buts were candy and nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas. It's true. Don't we do that, though? Don't we do that? If only I had done this or said this or been this or... And the thing is that I just watched Kung Fu Panda, again, the first one today, with somebody who had never seen it. And I'm just telling you, that one line just stuck. The turtle sensei, before he passed to the other side, said to the other one that was going to be the sensei, he said to him, the past, what did he say? The past is, well, pretty much gone. The past is gone. The future is a mystery. But right now is a gift. And that's why it's called the present. Yeah, I'll say that again. The past is gone. It's history. That's what it was. The past is history. The future. Okay, the future is a mystery. But you have a gift in the present moment because it's a present to you. If we could just practice that, practice the presence of our spirit team, practice the presence of God, practice in the presence of the Holy Spirit and your angels, but also just practicing being in this moment, in the now, in the right now. And what's that going to do for you? I believe that it's going to give you more wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of where you are and where you're going. and what your next step is. That's what I truly believe. Something else I wrote down here is God is about to do something sudden, unexpected. The opportunity that seemed delayed, the sudden turning of the tables. The season of waiting is getting ready to end. The season of manifestation. Your manifestation, your prayers, all right, is getting ready to unfold. When you're right at the edge of a breakthrough is when you feel like, I don't know if I can go on. I don't know if I can press in. I don't know if I can do this anymore. It's because he's not asking you to. He's not asking you to. He's asking you to lay down and rest in him. Believe and trust. Lay down all those burdens. Lay down all those worries. Lay down all that burnt out stress. If you have to take a couple of deep breaths, several times during the day, just get out in the fresh air and take a couple of deep breaths and let all the negativity go. Remember, guys, this is a full moon too. All right? This is a full moon. I believe it's a new moon, isn't it? A wolf moon in Cancer. All right? Which means that your emotions could be running high. Okay? Let's grab this green one. Boy, look how that fell. I know, all blue ones have been wanting to come out. It's crazy. See? You're going to have a fresh start with unexpected... Oh, you can't see that. You're going to have a fresh start with unexpected changes. A fresh start with unexpected changes. That's what's next. And he's going to give you more wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. You've got hidden blessings coming in. Right now you're focusing a little bit on the negative, but he's saying perfect timing, divine inspired. It takes a lot of experience to realize that God and your spirit team and the great I am and the divine and your angels have got your back. Sometimes even I, like after the holidays, I was just tired. I was tired for 2 days, and I realized that it was just because of all the activity and all the energy, that had gone into the holidays. So I just took it as it came. I just took it as it came. But you're a dreamer. So these if-onlys that you've got in your mind, some of you are wondering, am my dreams ever going to come true? Is what I see in my mind's eye ever going to come true? It might change different forms, but I'm telling you, it'll come to pass, okay? It might change different forms. Let me give you a good example. Abraham Lincoln, okay? He started off, he was, what was he? He was a woodcutter, wasn't he? With his father and his family, and and then he went to school. He got a chance, went to college, and he became a lawyer. But he was extremely tall for his height. Most of the time his pants were high waters because he was that tall. He got made fun of it because of his big ears and that kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? But he had a dream. He wanted to go into politics. Not because, I don't know if he really wanted to. He felt like it was a necessity. That truth needed to be told. That voice needed to be heard. And I think some of you are feeling like that. I'm introverted. I don't want all these gifts. Why is God choosing me, chosen one? Why is God choosing me? Because he's also equipping you. He's helping you. You were sent down here for a specific mission, a specific task. All right? In your field. To those I'm talking to, if you're still here. Let's pull a couple more. You got a purple one. Waiting for your ships to come in, see? Some of you guys have been dreaming. Where is that good life? Where is that house with the picket fence with the, the American dream they sell you? Where's that at? Well, guys, things are shifting and changing. It might look different now than it used to. Communities of people might have to get together and live together and share things. It's expensive as it's getting. They already do that in Colorado, most people. You're going to have happy relationships. Maybe right now you just don't feel like you are. Like you're not going to run into, that person that you're meant to be with for the rest of your life, or you're not even going to have some decent people around you with character and integrity. And if you haven't had that, I'm saying they're coming in. They're definitely coming in. Some of you have had really bad luck with that, some of you with employees, with people around you. Wishes are coming towards you. This fresh start is coming towards you. There is going to be fast movement forward in that. That's on the bottom. Let's get some of Nana's wisdom notes to go with it. This is the third deck I created. I have Nana's notes is the first one. That's 200 cards too. That's ridiculous. We'll have to split them up. Call it something, part 1 and 2 or something. Let's see what else we got, Spirit. If you're an introvert at all and you're called to leadership, sometimes you could just, honestly just, oh God, why me? Why? Why did you have to do it? You're going to be coming out of your box, some of you guys. You're going to be coming out of the box that you've created for yourself, all right? You're going to be coming out of the box. Let's go ahead and grab some of these. Can you even see that? Let's lift it out. Yeah, nope, out. There we go. Let's see if you can see that. Yeah, I'll pull from the Be Bold. Be bold. Listen to your intuition and people you can trust. See, I told you. You're going to be bolder in this year, although you might not feel like it right now. You might feel like you just need to be restored. You need some time to build up that energy again, because like I said, it's been depleted, or you're finding this new moon is just really drawing it out of you, because the gravity pull can be stronger, guys, which can cause us to be more agitated, more anxious, can cause us to be more emotional, some of us, all right? But you're going to be bold. You're not going to say if onlys anymore. You're going to be bold. In this dream, you're going to be bold in this dream that you've got. Listen to your intuition. You're going to start listening to your intuition and you're going to start resting in the process more. And start taking it one day at a time, one step at a time. More. People you can trust are coming around you. Your imagination. Some of you guys might be burnt out too because your imagination has been really active. Don't worry. Listen to your intuition. There's procrastination at play in some area. Maybe you're putting something off and it's causing stress. They want you to stand up for yourself. You are the light in this situation. And look at this again. Fresh start. You got a fresh start coming in. Overcoming obstacles with faith. You're going to overcome this with faith. You're going to learn more about yourself. I think some of you guys are going to learn more about sleep, and how to get better sleep. Some of you guys are going to learn more about ACMR. What is that? ASMR videos, and maybe even getting some Reiki videos that you can listen to. Something, or ocean. I'm seeing ocean or woods with, crickets and birds. And you're going to start learning that you can do sound therapy, smell therapy, physical therapy, emotional therapy, and everybody's going to be different on that. But you're going to overcome obstacles. And because of your faith, people are going to start coming around you that have some fresh ideas. All right? And you're going to be moving into a fresh start. No doubt. No doubt. Where do you want to go from here, Spirit? All right, let's pull from here. Let's pull from here. Nope, I'm called to another one. Right. Okay, here we go. Thank you, Holy Spirit. These have already been prayed over and shuffled, and and all that. What is it you wanted to say, Holy Spirit, to the collective? That your greatest pain is going to be turned into your purpose. Without a shadow of a doubt. You're going to overcome obstacles. You're going to stand up for yourself and your dream. You're going to be bold. Wow. Follow your vision. Never lose sight of what is truly important. Some of you might be 35 years old. Your path life number might be 8. But if you notice, guys, somebody said this in another video. Wolf. If you're attracted to wolves, what does wolf spell backwards mean? What does wolf spelt backwards mean? Flow. Flow. And this card that came up in the beginning, some of you need to go with the flow a little more. And that means with your own body too, with your own mind, with your own emotions. Maybe there's something you're looking at that you're fighting with your emotions, and it's time for you to release it. Maybe something staring at you in the face is what I feel like for some of you. An old relationship, an old feeling about an event that happened, or, you know, just because you're feeling in the molly grubs right now because you're tired from all the holiday, you know, and the new year coming in and what to expect and yada, 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 yada. You know what I'm saying? But you got this, and the Holy Spirit's got you. Your spirit team's got you. So they're telling you to stay in the flow. Stay in the flow. Remember, the past is history. The future is a mystery. Right now is a gift. That's why it's called the present. I love you guys till next time. Bye-bye.